Hi there. My name is Olga Cortez, and I am here with San Diego Pride for the Spirit of Stonewall series. Today we are interviewing Casa Arcoíris. Welcome, Casa Arcoíris. Again, my name is Olga Cortez. I do civic engagement here with Pride, and I want to welcome you to our series tonight. I'm going to be asking some questions for Casa Arcoíris. Casa Arcoíris formally opened its shelter for LGBT migrants in February 2019 after several months of supporting and housing the large number of migrants arriving to Tijuana en masse during a migratory crisis that grabbed international headlines and completely inundated Tijuana's social services. A committed team of local activists and a strong network of binational organizations have been key to ensuring that Casa Arcoíris residents receive not only housing, but also psychological support, medical attention, social services, and comprehensive legal services from LGBT plus professionals. All right. Thank you very much. Hi there.
Hello.
All right. Welcome, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me.
Everyone.
Thank you for being here. All right, so thank you for being here. Why don't you introduce yourselves? And then we can go through the questions that were submitted by the community. And if we have time at the end, folks can post some questions in the comments and we'll try to get to them. Are you ready to get started?
Sounds good. Nicolás, do you want to
Good
go
for
first?
me.
Cire, would you like to go first? Presenting
Sure.
yourself?
Okay, my name is Nicolasa Cordova. Well, everyone calls me Cire. And I've been working with Casa Arcoíris since the first day, since the LGBT caravana arrived. And I'm right now in the position of director, but because of my health, I've been through some health issues. And I think it's going to be easier for me in Spanish. It's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
you.
And Cristina is here to help with some translating as well.
Gracias, Cristina.
Claro, con mucho gusto.
He estado un poco fuera de la casa los últimos meses. Desde febrero he tenido 3 cirugías y he estado un poco fuera de la casa, pero sigo participando en línea en todo lo que pueda y vengo a compartir también un poco de lo que fue el inicio y lo que esperamos para el proyecto futuro también.
Well, Nicolasa has been out of her house due to health issues. She's now back at work, and she will be helping and continuing her activities.
So, thank you. My name is Chris. I work in kind of administrative work at Casa Arcoíris and also in coordinating legal support mostly for the people who are seeking asylum in the United States, which is the majority of our residents. And both Nicolasa and I have been involved in the organization since its beginning in February 2019.
Chris está trabajando con Casa Arcoíris y también algunas otras personas con la necesidad. Was that 2018, you said?
Sorry, 2019.
2019, desde el 2019, y ha continuado siendo un miembro activo.
Thank you. All right. So why don't we jump into our questions, if that's all right with you. And so the first question is, if you want to just let us know a little bit more about your program, a little bit more of Casa Arcoíris and what you do.
Sí, pues Casa Arcoíris es un espacio que nos dedicamos a darle techo y alimentación, apoyo legal y médico, así como actividades ocupacionales a personas migrantes que vienen con la intención a la ciudad de Tijuana a pedir asilo a Estados Unidos. Tenemos Ya casi vamos a cumplir ya 2 años. Los cumplimos para el próximo febrero. ¿Sí me escuchan bien? Los veo como batalla.
Sí.
Gracias. Y también nos estamos ahorita involucrando mucho en lo que es apoyar la salud mental. Por todo lo del COVID hay varios programas que se han visto lentos o detenidos, pero hemos tenido programas incluso para la gente que está dentro de detención. Hemos cuidado aspectos importantes como quienes reciben atención psicológica que sean de personas en las que se puedan ver reflejada. Esto refiriéndome a si estamos hablando de personas de color, que su terapeuta sea una persona LGBT, que sea de color y que hable su mismo idioma, ¿no? Y pues eso, me gusta mucho del proyecto que nos empeñamos mucho en dar una atención muy especializada. Queremos como cubrir muchos detalles que en un albergue regularmente no se cubren y, y eso, no tener un trato mucho más digno hacia la comunidad. ¿Quieres contar un poquito más de los inicios, Chris?
Le dejo interpretar.
If I may just let the community know, Nicolasa has been working with Arcoiris for quite some time, over 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Casa Arcoíris has been providing a safe space for the LGBT community, including mental health, physical health, among other activities, recreational as well. It provides asylum, a safe space to connect with other people in the community, for those people looking for asylum in the border area.
Thank you. Yeah, because our beginnings are from this time when there was such a big focus on asylum and just very large numbers of people seeking asylum at once. Our shelter tries to look at things holistically in that sense. So while people are there, we try to do what we can to prepare people's asylum cases, and that is with the goal of minimizing the amount of time that they pass in detention after presenting for asylum. And also just meeting all the other needs, such as mental health and physical health that we mentioned are super necessary to also make sure that people are safe, or as safe as they can be at least, while they're in detention and in the asylum process.
Y bien, Chris nos menciona la importancia acerca de Casa Arcoíris para proveer seguridad, sobre todo durante esta transición en la cual las personas pues se encuentran vulnerables. Se hace a través de los programas que provee Casa Arcoíris y principalmente a través de la comunidad.
Thank you. Did you have anything else to add, Chris?
No, we'll get to it in the next questions.
Right on. All righty. So I'll go on to the next question. What are your organizational needs right now?
¿Cuáles son las necesidades de la organización actualmente?
Bueno, si quieres empiezo y ya. ¿Sigues, Chris? Yo creo que ahorita estamos queriendo mejorar mucho lo que es el sistema administrativo. Somos un equipo que se formó de base, es decir, las personas que estamos involucradas en este proyecto, todos estamos trabajando como voluntarios desde hace muchos años, nos conocemos desde hace muchos años voluntariando en espacios como Enclave Caracol. Yo me acerqué gracias también a la colectiva con la que trabajo, que es la Banda CLID, es una colectiva lésbica acá en Tijuana. Y fue como ir fusionando diferentes activistas en Tijuana que tenían la experiencia base, pero creo que de las necesidades que ahorita queremos mejorar mucho es esa, ¿no? La administrativa y la organizacional, para poder dar como una profesionalización hacia el espacio.
Casa Arcoíris is trying to better the administration within the organization, as well as its general function. It is Casa Arcoíris has been growing, and this is I know this because I've researched it as well. It has been growing over the quite some time, and as it grows, the administration needs to grow. So.
Yeah, I think our other organizational needs have a lot to do with networking also. Just because you're talking about migration many times across multiple countries, to really be able to like follow through and connect people to the services that they need in each context just requires a lot of binational or international networking and organizing. So I also think that's one area in which we have much room to grow.
Thank you.
Chris nos menciona la importancia acerca de la conexión, de la necesidad de crear conexión en ambas fronteras y cómo este es un área que siempre se busca mejorar.
All right. How has COVID-19 affected your program?
¿De qué manera COVID ha afectado el programa?
I can answer that. So there's been lots of changes as far as migratory policy go since our beginnings. But these have definitely been changing even more rapidly with the spread of COVID-19. And to put an example, the wait time, well, originally there was no wait time, but in order to solicit asylum now, there's a list in which people put their names on, and then after a certain amount of time, they have the opportunity to correctly solicit asylum. That list a year ago was about a month long, and it is now, well, before COVID-19, it increased to over 6 months. And now, during the pandemic, there is absolutely no access, virtually no access to asylum, meaning that all the people who are here trying to seek humanitarian protection in the United States are stuck for the time being. We don't know how long it will be until there's access to asylum once again.
Chris nos menciona que la situación actual con el virus ha afectado la temporalidad en la espera para los casos de asilo, la cual había, bueno, la espera para cruzar anteriormente podía ser entre un mes, un poco más, y ahora pues ha aumentado, si no se escucha bien, hasta 8 meses o por tiempo indefinido, dado a la situación de salud.
So
Great,
other
thank you.
challenges with COVID-19 are just obviously those of quarantining, keeping people safe, trying to know, you know, like what does it look like for residents that want to be working when you also just have the health of so many different people in one space.
El otro reto que nos menciona Chris es de mantener a las personas seguras durante este tiempo de espera, dado al virus.
Great, thank you. What is the hardest decision that your organization has had to make recently?
¿Cuál es la decisión más difícil que la organización ha tenido que hacer en recientes tiempos?
Yo creo que de las decisiones más duras que hemos tenido este año y ha sido, además de la problemática de cómo manejar todo lo del COVID, cómo dar la bienvenida a nueva gente, es también enfocarnos en apoyar al equipo y también conocer muy bien nuestras limitantes, ¿no? Es importante tener claro hasta qué límite podemos apoyar tanto a las personas migrantes como a nosotros mismos del equipo y pues trabajar en esa base de, pues sí, de conocer que no vamos a poder como cubrir a lo mejor todo, pero sí nos estamos preparando y esforzando para que en un futuro pueda crecer el proyecto.
Yeah, Nicolasa tells us that one of the difficulties that they've been facing is receiving new people due to the current situation, adapting to its limitations as well.
Thank you. And how did you become involved with Casa Arcoíris?
¿Cómo fue que te involucraste con Casa Arcoíris?
Pues yo, como les platicaba, he estado trabajando con una colectiva que se llama La Banda Clit cuando nos enteramos que venía la caravana organizada como LGBT. Un punto de encuentro muy importante en Tijuana para la comunidad ha sido Enclave Caracol, entonces nos acercamos al espacio para saber en qué podemos apoyar. Y vimos que había esa necesidad, ¿no? Precisamente de un espacio seguro, no había un albergue que pudiera brindar un espacio donde la población LGBT se viviera su identidad como tal. Es decir, la mayoría de los albergues son religiosos y es donde ya se encontraban muchas trabas, tanto como no respetar su nombre de identidad elegida, pedirles que se vistieran al género que se les asignó al nacer. Y pues ya en conjunto con las compañeras de la banda y con más compañeras y compañeros de Enclave Caracol, ya fue que contactamos a Cris, a Andrea y a otra gente que se empezó a involucrar en los albergues temporales. Y la verdad es que los albergues temporales funcionaron muy bien, pero hubo un momento en que ya, pues su propio nombre lo dice, eran temporales, que todavía había gente que venía en camino y todavía había gente viviendo dentro de los albergues y esos ya se iban a cerrar. Entonces era como una necesidad urgente, ¿no? De hacer algo ya, pues organizarnos como comunidad LGBT también y sacar la cara y hacer algo. ¿Quieres agregar algo, Chris? Oh, perdón, Cristina, primero.
Nicholas explains to us that when she arrived with the caravan, the LGBTQ caravan, there was it was noticeable that there was a need for a safe space. Some of the other shelters were not necessarily LGBT friendly. They had a different focus, and it was apparent that there was a need for a safe space, friendly space, but also LGBTQ friendly. She and among other people got together, organized, and pulled together a team that allowed Casa Arcoíris to be possible.
Thanks. I got involved with the organization also through Enclave Caracol. So that's like a social center in downtown Tijuana that opened up a few years ago and has hosted a bunch of different kind of community projects, often with a lot of involvement in the LGBT community. When caravan migration was exploding in October 2018, the first group to arrive to Tijuana was actually the LGBT contingent of asylum seekers, which was between 80 and 100 people. And these people had nowhere to go. They were very firm about staying in a group. And really none of the shelters were able to either host any LGBT in a safe way or host a group at large. So this LGBT caravan actually stayed in the building of Enclave Caracol for a few days, which is not a shelter, but it's done a little bit of everything at this point. But the people that were doing a lot of this migrant support work came together to create a longer lasting project with a focus on LGBT migrants.
Chris nos menciona justamente esto, es decir que cuando llega la caravana es evidente la necesidad. Hay otros albergues que proveían, que no necesariamente eran albergues, pero que funcionaban como albergues temporalmente, y después su capacidad se excedió y él junto con el equipo deciden organizarse justamente para satisfacer la necesidad, la urgente necesidad que la caravana pues había traído a la región.
Thank you. And how has it evolved since you started?
¿De qué manera ha evolucionado desde que se ha iniciado el proyecto?
Well, like I had said, we were kind of built out of a community that was already working together in a lot of ways. And it's mostly been people that have known each other and worked together in some capacity. But I think with that also comes just recognizing that we shouldn't keep all of our work within our bubble, and we really have a lot of expansion to do in order to network and to work with the community at large. So I think this has been like a kind of a mixture of forming like a strong identity as a team, but also really trying to build something beyond just the organization itself, and to try to facilitate movement that's already been happening, but facilitate movement between many communities to meet the needs of LGBT people whose lives are often at risk in other countries.
Chris nos explica que el equipo ha intentado pues crear una organización que vaya más allá, ¿no? Que crezca, que facilite el movimiento a través de otras organizaciones que de igual manera buscan este beneficio, y que facilite el crecimiento de Casa Arcoíris y lo que representa, crear una identidad y presencia.
Thank you. Great. So another question for you. What are your goals for the next 3 to 5 years?
¿Cuáles son las metas en los próximos 5 años?
Okay, yo creo que de las metas más importantes sería conseguir un espacio propio, poder expandir como la capacidad de la casa y capacitar más al equipo, hacer redes binacionales donde podamos trabajar también con organizaciones en San Diego que puedan darle continuidad al apoyo, porque muchas veces la gente, una vez que sale de detención, nos vuelven a contactar como buscándonos para saber cuál es el siguiente paso que tienen que dar allá, pero pues no tenemos como todavía esa red bien establecida de las organizaciones en San Diego. Y ese yo creo que sería alguna de las metas. ¿Quieres agregar algunas?
Sí, nos dice Nicolasa que, bueno, entre las metas se encuentran crear lazos más fuertes con la otra frontera, con Estados Unidos, en donde se pueda continuar y expandir el proyecto y de acuerdo a las necesidades de los grupos que buscan asilo. También menciona la necesidad de obtener un espacio con una mayor capacidad para Casa Arcoíris.
Sí, nada más que lo dije en español.
Ay, perdón, disculpa.
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that. Casa Arcoíris is seeking and hoping to obtain a space, a larger space that can accommodate more people, as well as strengthening the relationships with the other side of the border to better feed to the needs of people in both sides of the border. When people are have successfully gone to the U.S., sometimes they try to seek more information, and if the relationships with both sides of the border were bettered, then that information and guidance can be provided to the people that are seeking asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say kind of from a perspective of in the macro and from a legal perspective, I would really like to see Tijuana earn a reputation internationally as being a safe place for LGBT migrants and for having adequate services for that demographic. Just because I know it's really hard for people on their journeys to the northern border of Mexico to really know where to go to make that decision of which border town to go to, because the service there are some services in some places, but every place also has its complications. So I would hope that Tijuana becomes more known for having quality services and for being safe. And then I would add on to that, I think we have a lot of work to do in networking to provide the services that LGBT migrants need. But I also think there's a lot of networking to do to really address the issue, the root of the issue. And we are an organization of abolitionists. We firmly believe that we don't need a border to keep anybody safe. And I think there's a lot more coordination and networking to do among these issues as well. Not just the services, but also the big macro work, which we're seeing happening right now in the United States in really big ways with conversations around police and around prisons. And I think the conversation around detention, asylum, refugee status kind of intersecting with that, I think is also going to be really key in the next years.
Chris nos habla de la importancia de facilitar los servicios, que se traen con las personas que solicitan asilo, que llegan a Tijuana. Él habla acerca de la importancia de que estos servicios sean más prolíferos en la zona, que se puedan facilitar, que Tijuana pueda ser conocida como un espacio en donde se puedan proveer estos servicios para aquellas personas que estén buscándolos. Habla también acerca de cómo el clima, de la temática que actualmente se vive con respecto a las autoridades, pues vaya a afectar la visión acerca de qué manera las autoridades afectan a este movimiento.
Thank you.
Sí.
And how are you sustaining yourself?
¿De qué manera se sustenta Casa Arcoíris?
Pues, bueno, Chris, tú que trabajas más con fondos, a lo mejor quieres responder eso.
Vale. So we have kind of a lot of methods. Like I said, we're very much from grassroots backgrounds. A lot of us have worked in different collectives and as volunteers. And this is kind of a new thing for a lot of us to be in this world of more of nonprofits. But as far as sustaining the organization, it's definitely a mixture. So we have relationships with very large institutions such as the UN and Mexican refugee groups. But we also have pretty strong connections to grassroots organizations that have donated to us. And a lot of crowdfunding as well. Within that, people have thrown benefit events, they've sold T-shirts, they've done concerts, or sold their artwork, which I think are really beautiful examples of individuals or small communities doing something big to support us. But it's also been important for us to try to develop these relationships with larger institutions, especially when the issue of asylum in Tijuana is getting so much international attention.
Chris nos menciona que Casa Arcoíris se sustenta a través de donaciones de instituciones como la ONU, también y de manera muy importante a través de su comunidad, donaciones a través de eventos que se organizan, venta de artesanía y otros eventos.
Thank you. And what barriers are in your way?
¿Cuáles son algunas de las barreras en su camino?
Bueno, creo que de las barreras que tenemos más recientes son precisamente esta situación del COVID. Es decir, estar siempre buscando nuevas maneras según el contexto, ¿no? El contexto que se vive en la frontera, como ustedes saben, es súper variable, las leyes cambian constantemente. No se sabe qué va a pasar de un mes a otro, no tenemos como la seguridad de saber cuánto realmente necesita esperar una persona aquí. Y creo que ese es uno de las luchas más intensas, porque ahora ya también pensamos en nuevas formas en que la gente pueda comenzar a hospedarse, es decir, que puedan como independizarse en lo que cruzan o así, pero es súper complicado porque implica muchos permisos para poder conseguir un trabajo, una renta. Entonces, yo creo que eso sería como las leyes que cambian muchísimo y la incertidumbre que vivimos en esta época casi todos.
Nicolasa tells us how COVID-19 has affected the political atmosphere, including laws that make asylum more difficult, as well as housing and job opportunities. There's a constant fluctuation or changing environment legally wise that makes it a challenge to keep up and cater to those legal requests.
Great, thank you. And go ahead, Chris. Please do.
I think that that organizing in a context like the border is really difficult and really complicates binational organizing, and it can be really surprising how difficult it is to develop working relationships with communities or organizations that are literally only 15 miles away. And I think there's a lot of layers and a lot of factors as to why that happens, but it can sometimes lead to the work in Tijuana that is happening feel kind of invisible in a certain scale. You know, granted, we've also had plenty of international attention at certain moments when it's kind of sensationalized. But there are moments when it does feel really unrecognized, some of the work that's going on here, or undervalued. But we're also, we're really grateful exactly for this award and for this opportunity to share the work that we're doing, because it is a way to like lift up the work happening on this side of the border from LGBT folks, largely from Tijuana. So yeah, it's beautiful, and it presents a lot of opportunities for growth, but it really is hard to have a border in the middle of your organizing.
Right.
Chris nos platica acerca de la dificultad que la frontera trae a querer organizar y coordinar cualquier actividad de manera binacional con otras instituciones o organizaciones en la frontera. Parte del trabajo pues no tiene la visibilidad ni el reconocimiento que se quisiera. Esto dificulta también el trabajo, pese a la importancia y a la urgencia, ¿no? de las necesidades de este lado de la frontera.
Thank you. All right. And any last words or messages of hope that you'd like to share?
I would just like to repeat that I think, it's just a huge honor to be getting this award. And I think for me, it gives me a lot of hope just that there is movement towards creating more international and binational solidarity in the San Diego Tijuana region. And this has really, this is more than just Tijuana and San Diego. This is a global issue. There are LGBT people who are forced to leave their homes all across the world, and they're looking for a place where they'll be safe. So I think it's kind of a responsibility, but it's also it gives me a sense of hope that the community here is working towards breaking down these barriers and providing support on a global level to LGBT people who are at risk.
Chris nos habla de la gran esperanza que tiene al estar trabajando en esta frontera, particularmente en el lado de Tijuana, dado la necesidad. Tiene esperanza en el efecto que esto tenga, dado la necesidad que hay acá, a las relaciones que a cómo el proyecto pueda crecer de este lado, pero también cómo las relaciones de manera binacional se puedan desarrollar y crecer. Siendo este un tema, pues no solo de frontera, como menciona, sino un tema, pues, global en la comunidad LGBT.
Pues a mí me gustaría agregar que es para mí importante de nuevo recalcar que proyectos como Casa Arcoíris tienen que mantenerse vivos y que hay que tener como mucha fe y apoyar todo ese tipo de espacios en los que consideramos, como mencionaba hace rato, los detalles, ¿no? Que a veces es importante sí dar hospedaje y comida, pero que también hay que dar como cierta personalización, tomando en cuenta los lugares de donde vienen las personas, los traumas que han pasado, hacia dónde van. Y pues que se acercaran a la casa, que se acercaran al proyecto para conocer más de ella y ver cómo podemos seguir tejiendo redes y mejorar como comunidad. Gracias.
Nicolás reminds us about the importance of keeping Casa Arcoíris alive and growing due to its the great need that the community has in the area, taking into consideration not only basic needs like housing and food, but also mental health.
Great, thank you very much. And I'm going to check on the live comments here to see if there are any questions. I don't think so, but we do have a lot of support. So thank you very much. I wanted to mention that you can donate to Casa Arcoíris at their GoFundMe. It's on the screen. GoFundMe.com/F/Casa Arcoíris. And that concludes our interview tonight. So I want to thank you again, Chris, and thank you so much, Nicolasa, for your time. And thank you, Cristina, for your help with translation. Thank you very much for joining us for our first Spirit of Stonewall series.